What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting episode of Ask Dr. O. And in today's episode, we're actually doing some baby shopping because so we had a mom that actually wrote in and that's now what are the essential items she needs to get. She's having a baby soon, she's a first-time mom and she doesn't know what she needs to get. So instead of showing you pictures or showing you props in my studio, I decided to give you a shopping on me so you see the kind of things that you need to buy if you are a first-time mom. Some really important things that some moms actually miss, right? So if you're a first-time mom, even if you're a veteran mom, stick around because you just might learn something new. Okay, so let's start shopping. So the first item on my list would be a baby carrier, right? Can't overemphasize the importance of having this, trust me, especially if you live abroad and like there's no one to help around and oh my gosh, you need your hands free to do all that stuff while your baby's clinging to you. So baby carrier is a go-to for every first-time mom, and even if you're a veteran mom, just choose the one that works best for you. I've tried Infantino products and I think they're great, so I'll definitely recommend them. They have different types. There's this one, there's this one, there's this one. Depending on what your budget is, ranges from like $26 all the way to $54. There's even the one for $79. Wow, this one has like multiple pockets and all that. Some small FPZ. Let's see, what does it have? Okay, you can have it in 4 different positions. I'm going to zoom it a bit for you guys to see. Right, 4 different positions, so I guess that's why it's so expensive. And then of course you need your diaper bag, so anytime you're going to like a friend's house, going to church, going anywhere, you need a nice diaper bag to put all your baby's changing clothes, diapers, changing mats and all that, right? This one says it's water repellent, right? There are different types, so there is this type, right? There is this type. There's this one as well. This. As first time mom, you also need to have bibs and bob cloths for when your baby has spit ups, especially mothers that are not breastfeeding and choose to do bottle feeding. This is always nice for when you are feeding and your baby's like full and you just start spitting out the food. And even breastfed moms, when your baby has spit ups, bibs and bob cloths are a good idea to have around. Okay, and when your baby gets older and starts feeding, then you can graduate to this type of bibs, right? This pouch here is for catching food, right? And this is like waterproof, so you can easily just wipe it clean. I'm not doing this in any particular order. I'm just showing you as I'm walking through, so I don't have to go through too many aisles at the same time. So of course, if you're having a baby, the next thing you want to check is your diapers. There are a variety. There is Pampers, there is Huggies, there are other brands, right? So you just go for the brand that works best for you. Some women will say they tried this brand and their babies had diaper rashes, but they used another brand and their baby was good with it. So there are different types of diapers. They are the ones that have this thin line indicator that show when the diaper is wet, so it changes from yellow to blue when the diaper is wet, but if the diaper is dry, then it stays yellow. There are those ones as well. We have wipes. There are different types. You can go for Pampers, you can go for some other brands that are not so popular. You can go for Parents' Choice, Huggies, wherever brands that are in your city. But if your baby has sensitive skin, then you want to go for wipes that are odorless, that are specially made for sensitive skin, right? Sensitive baby wipe. They are always odorless. They are perfume free. Sorry, that was the word I was looking for. I generally prefer the one that has perfume because it just smells nice. So in the cosmetics section, okay, let's look at this one first. So you have this, you need this for like bathing your baby, right? These are washcloths for bathing your baby with the hooded towel, right? These are very useful for newborns because you can easily wrap them with the hooded towel. So this is very essential. You need to add this to your shopping lists. As your baby grows older, you might want to get some bath toys like this for your baby to play with so they are engaged in the bathroom. And then this one is like for grooming the baby, so brush for brushing your baby's hair, clippers for cutting your baby's nails, or you prefer scissors for the nail file. And then people always ask, when should you start brushing your baby's teeth? My answer is usually as soon as your baby starts to grow teeth. So some people say, no, wait till your baby is 1 year old to brush your baby's teeth. But I would say start brushing baby's teeth from when your baby starts growing teeth. Okay, so this one comes with brush and toothpaste. This one is the type where you can put your finger inside it, right? And then use your finger, put this over your finger and use it as a toothbrush. I find that this one is easier to use sometimes, especially for babies that don't like to open their mouth. And then we move to cosmetics. Very important. Vaseline is very good. It serves as a barrier protection. Sometimes if you don't have diaper cream, you can use Vaseline, okay, as barrier protection for your baby. And then baby oil for the hair to keep the hair lubricated. Powder, some people have mixed feelings about using this. If you live in a country like Nigeria where it's really hot, right, and the baby's bound to sweat a lot, let's say you don't have lights in your house or something, and powder comes in really useful, right? Because after you bathe the baby in the night, you can just rub powder, keeps the baby's skin dry and feeling smooth. And then this is body cream. So some doctors recommend that baby doesn't need any cosmetics on the skin, or doesn't need any body cream on the skin till they're about over 6 months old. But it depends, right? When the baby is just born, first few weeks, their skin is very sensitive, so you need to be careful of what type of cosmetics you use on their skin, right? But over time, right, it starts to get better and you're able to use a wider variety of cosmetics. So if you choose not to use any cosmetics on your baby's skin in the first 6 months, it's okay. However, if you want to, that's okay as well. Just be careful what type of cosmetics you use and introduce carefully, okay? So another thing you want to look at when you're shopping for your baby is clothing items, okay? So you can see that these shoes are for like 0 to 3 months. They're so cute, and they have the boys one as well. So I know that when I had my first 2 children, I always make sure I bought shoes for them. And my mom was always like, why are you buying shoes for babies that can't walk? I'm like, leave me, the outfit is not complete without the shoes. So yeah, if you're like me, then you want to buy a lot of shoes for your babies. So they have different options to make their outfits cute. And then for girls, these bow or hair bands are really nice. And then socks, of course, because you need to keep your baby's feet warm. Then you need to get them bodysuits as well to wear inside. Whether it's warm, they can wear the short sleeves. For colder weather, you can change the long sleeve. And then these are the regular sleep suits, that they wear to sleep or just when they're hanging out. And this is like a head warmer to keep the baby's head warm, especially if you stay in a place where the weather is cold, with the mittens for the hand and the booties for the feet. These are other varieties. This is the girl section, the one for girls. And then of course you have other options for clothes, because they need to wear other clothes and look nice. I'm not seeing much variety here. Maybe I'm in the wrong section. So if you plan to keep your baby in a separate room from you, then it will be a great idea to get a baby monitor. There is both the audio and the video ones. This one is, this is the audio one. So basically you keep this part with the baby and you keep this part with you. I hope I'm right, because it's not the exact one I have at home. So basically, if you're in separate rooms, if a baby makes any sound, you're going to hear it through your speakers here, and you can actually talk to your baby without leaving the room. But I tend to combine the audio with the video one. This video one, see? So the camera stays in the baby's room while this stays in your room with you. So it has both sound and video. So if your baby makes any sound, you can just check to see what's wrong with your baby. Yeah, and you can also talk to your baby if you press the talk button. And then for you that carries your babies around, there's a car seat mirror. So you just put this on the back seat. So for example, when baby is newborn, the car seat is always rear facing. So you need to put it on facing the baby, right? You need to put this mirror facing the baby. That way you can see it in your rear view mirror. I don't know how best to describe it, but there's no picture. But yeah, that's the idea. If you are a first-time mom, you also need a thermometer, especially when babies grow older and they start getting exposed to different viruses and bacteria. Just in case there are any temperature changes, you want to know that, you know, when you feel like, oh, my baby is warm, right? You want to be able to check and make sure that, you know, your baby is not your imagination, or your baby is not warm. So anything above 37 degrees Celsius is above the normal body temperature. So you won't start being wary. When it gets to 38, that's a full-blown fever. You want to take your baby to the hospital immediately. Before going to the hospital, you could give any fever medication like Tylenol or paracetamol. Yeah, these are baby shawls for you to wrap your baby in to keep your baby warm when you carry your baby around. Another thing you cannot emphasize if you live abroad is strollers. Oh my gosh, even if you have a car, if you're going to the supermarket, or you're just going out somewhere with your baby, you need strollers because you can't survive without it. Nigeria might not be so easy because of the bumpy roads here and there, and you know, not everywhere you go has an escalator or lift or something you can use. So strollers might actually be more stressed than not stressed. But yeah, if you live abroad, stroller is one essential thing you need to have. Oh yeah, last but not the least on our item, if you have a baby, you need a car seat for your baby. Okay, newborn car seats will look more something like this one. Okay, so children are meant to use car seats up until they are this thing is so heavy, oh my gosh, up until they're at least 5 years old. Yeah, so this is what the baby's car seat looks like, younger ones, and it's always rear facing. Rear facing means you put it to face your windscreen. Is it windscreen they call it? No, you put it to face your back screen or whatever, your rear screen. I don't know the right word, not your windscreen. Yeah, so there are different ways of attaching the car seat to the car. Yeah, depending on type of car seat. It's supposed to keep your baby protected while you drive. Whether you live abroad or you live in Nigeria, your baby should always have a car seat. If you give birth abroad, they won't allow you to leave the hospital without you putting your baby in a car seat first. Okay, and remember, your baby should be in car seat up till at least 5 years of age. By 5 years, they move to something that we call a booster seat. This is another one. This one is really cute. And we have shampoo for washing the baby's hair. So by the way, I'm in a supermarket. I'm showing you what I see in the supermarket. I'm not in any way endorsing any of these products, okay? I'm just showing you what I find on the supermarket shelf. So you go and make your own decision. Yeah. And then we have bottles for mothers that choose to bottle feed their babies. There are a variety of feeding bottles. So you need to know that the teeth of the feeding bottles, they come in different flow strengths. If you see, there are different brands. There's the Evans, there's the Philips, there's the Dr. Brown's, and then you see that each of them has like 1 month. This one is for babies of 3 months plus. Babies of 3 months plus. This one is of babies of 6 months plus. So I'm sure you'll be wondering what's the difference. So the flow strengths are different. The older the baby, the wider the hole to allow more milk through. When the baby is still younger, the holes are really tiny so that only little milk is coming out at a time, so the baby doesn't choke. But as the baby grows older, then they start to widen the hole a bit to allow more milk to flow through. So that's if you choose to bottle feed or express your breast milk for the baby. There are a variety of feeding bottles. Another thing that is really popular in the market these days is these anti-colic bottles. So the idea is that it allows less air. It allows your baby to suck less air while feeding. You know, sometimes your baby might be sucking a lot of air, or even when the milk is finished and the baby doesn't know and it's still sucking air, right? So this bottle is supposed to allow them to suck less air so that they don't have colic. Because sometimes when too much air is trapped in their stomach, then babies start to have colic and they start to feel uncomfortable and cranky and start crying. So yeah, this bottle is supposed to help prevent that. And different brands have anti-colic bottles. You can see that this is Dr. Brown, which one of the first people to bring it, but other brands have as well. Let me see if I'll find. So this is the Philips Event anti-colic bottle. Yeah, Philips has theirs as well. Other brands, all the brands have theirs. Like everyone jumped onto the idea anyway. For women that choose to formula feed their babies either after 6 months or before, there are actually a variety of formula options available. These are the ones available in this store. Of course, you know, like there's the SMA Gold in Nigeria, there's the Peak. This is Enfamil, one of the most expensive brands, right? This one, so when you're buying your formula, make sure you check for the age. Make sure you're giving your baby age-appropriate formula, okay? So this is the one for 0 to 12 months. There's the one for, that's Enfamil one, 0 to 12 months. Enfamil. One is 0 to 12 months. And then there is the one for 6 to 18 months. Okay. And there's also the one for toddlers, 12 to 36 months. So just make sure you check the age to make sure that what you're giving your baby is okay and age appropriate. I apologize for the background noise. And there are also some of these ones Enfamil does that are ready to feed, right? So instead of it coming in a powder form, it comes in a liquid form. All you just have to do is remove this top cover and attach a disposable teeth as pictured here to it. So they sell these teeth separately, or you can attach your own teeth to it and then feed your baby right away. That way you don't have to, for example, if you are on the go, if you are outside, you are traveling, you know, instead of having to carry hot water about and all that, just get this with the teeth and you're good to go. The teeth always come in individual sterilized packs, so you just take one and open. Let me see if I'll find any here. Okay, these are teeth for some other brands, Nestle, Similac. I can't find the Enfamil one. Yeah, so let's see what it looks like on the inside. So yeah, these are the individual sterilized packs I was talking about. See, so you can just carry it in your bag with one bottle. It's sterile as long as it's not open. If you open it, then you must use it immediately. Once you open it, it's no longer sterile. Sterile means it's clean, there's no bacteria on it. So once you've not opened it, then it's clean and there's no bacteria on it. And yeah, for whatever weird reason, they have expiry dates, but very long expiry dates. You can see we're in 2022, but this one expires in 2024. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our shopping experience, our baby shopping experience. So the mom that sent in the question, I hope I was able to help out. Those are some of the essential items that you need when you're having a baby. I have a list of items that I wrote for when you want to go to the hospital, right? A list of items that you can pack for your baby. I'll share it in a link in the description box down below so you can download it. So there are some items on that list that I did not include in this video, right? Just check the list and make sure that you get every item on that list for when you're going to give birth, okay? If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. If you feel I left out any items, then feel free to add it in the comments down below. And also, if you want to know anything about pricing or any other information that I might have forgotten to mention, do let me know in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to answer your question. Till next time, stay healthy.